Today I'm starting what may very well be one of the hardest things I've ever done. 100 pull-ups every single day for 30 days straight. That's 3,000 pull-ups in under a month. And as someone who's not a bodybuilder by any means, I know this isn't going to be easy whatsoever. But the reason I'm doing it is to push myself not only physically, but more than anything, mentally. All right, this is me. And as I'm recording this right now, I am 20 years old, 5'9", and weigh a little under 170 pounds. And this challenge is really just an extension to my fitness journey because over the last several months, I've lost over 30 pounds. But as you can see, I still have quite a bit of body fat to lose. You know, look at those love handles, man. I know they're the last thing to go, but it sucks looking at them. Anyways, my main objectives with this challenge are to 1, complete, 2, to gain more definition in my back and my arms, and 3, to be able to do 30 clean pull-ups in a row. So let's go ahead and start with day 1. The first thing on my checklist for day 1 was to see how many clean pull-ups I can do in a row without trying to use momentum of my legs or anything else, and just seeing how many clean I can do. And that number ended up being 11, which is good, but still pretty far from the target of 30. Right here, I was like, man, this is way harder than I thought. Still got 89 more to go. And right here, pretty much what I'm saying is that in between sets, I'm just going to be switching up my grips. So after I did 20 reps, I ended up just doing sets of 5. It was easier for me to keep up with. Here, my forearms were absolutely pumped. I really never had veins like that. This was the last one for day 100, or day 1. It took me a little over 20 minutes to knock it all out. Day 2 wasn't terrible. I started off with doing a set of 10, and then after that did sets of 5 until I hit 100. The only thing that was bothering me was my hands. They were hurting super bad, so it made like the last 30 to 40 super hard, but we got it done. Here on day 3, as soon as I did this first pull-up, I knew I was in trouble because I could just feel my whole body just super sore. But I ended up doing sets of 5, and here you can see me stretching the sides, kind of the wings of my back. Felt really good. Here, kind of got down in a downward dog position to stretch my abs because they're super sore. But we got them done. My hands didn't hurt. Today was day 7, and the only reason I don't have a shirt on is because my left nipple was hurting from wearing a sweaty shirt. The only thing I've done different today is that I was doing sets of 10 reps at a time, so 5 outside, 5 inside grip, as you can see right here. And it was a bit harder, but I got them done, a bit quicker. But week 1 is complete. And just when I thought things were going pretty smooth, today on day 10, hitting 1,000 pull-ups, which I completed, I really had like a tough pain in my left side. So right here, I'm just trying to massage it and make it feel better for tomorrow. Day 11 was the day that I thought I was going to quit, give up, and you will never ever see this video because the day before I started having some pain, but when I woke up on day 11, started doing some pull-ups, it felt terrible. So I was stretching it, icing it, and what you're seeing right now is a screen grab from a time lapse, but that's pretty much all you see because it literally took me close to 2 hours to do all of the pull-ups, way longer than normal. But after a few days of continuously stretching, icing, and just overall moving my shoulder, it started to go away for the most part, and I put my main focus on form and just getting them done properly instead of trying to rush it. And that brings us to current day. All right, this is the last 10. That's 3,000. And this is the next day. This is me in a cold bath. It's about 50 degrees. I went to this recovery spa for the first time just to recover a little bit and rest before I actually tried to see how many pull-ups I can do in a row now. So now let's check out the before and after. Here on the left side, this is me right now. This was taken last night. On the right side was what you saw at the very beginning of this video when I first started the challenge. Now, the lighting isn't the best on either of these, so I can't tell a huge difference, but I think when we get into right now, where I'm about to do as many pull-ups as I can, I just did this right now, I can definitely tell that there's a difference in my muscles. Like you can already see just some definition there. That's without working out or anything at all. That's just purely just stretching and getting ready to hop on the bar here right now. But here we go, 3, 4. I noticed right here, I could have gone down and locked it out more. Starting to breathe hard, it's getting tough. So close, but so far. He's at 21. And then after I wrapped up those 21, I was kind of disappointed, but some things you can't push, you can't do it. Maybe if I had like a hot girl on FaceTime or there in person with me or something, I could have pushed it out. But I went back into it anyways just to see if I could knock out the rest of them, and I only did a couple before I just felt burnt out right there. Alright, so the challenge is over, and honestly I'm pretty happy about it. I think the challenge was a good thing for me to do for more mental toughness than physical challenge, because I think that part of this challenge, what kind of lacks, is that you aren't getting any time to recover. And I'm not someone who's super in shape or super lean or does a ton of calisthenics, so doing 100 pull-ups a day kind of out of the blue was something that was totally different and threw my body off. And throughout the entire 30 days, it had no time to kind of rebuild itself. Now, I definitely feel a bit stronger as far as pull-ups go. I can see more definition in my back. But at the same time, I also have to attribute some of those gains to things of my diet and drinking over a gallon of water a day and doing cardio every day, still lifting every day. Like, the pull-ups was just kind of on top of everything else. So I'm sure that if I only did the pull-ups, I don't really know what I would have gained out of it if I was eating junk food and wasn't doing cardio or lifting or anything like that. Probably nothing would have happened, and it would have just made the challenge even harder. So as far as if I recommend this challenge or not, I would say it kind of depends. I feel like if you can't do 10 pull-ups in a row right now, doing 100 a day is probably going to be something that's going to be super, super hard for you. And the worst part about this is injuries can happen if you don't use proper form or listen to your body. Because day 11, I legitimately thought I was going to have to quit, and I was about to. But I sat down at night before midnight in the gym and just did them 5 reps or less at a time, just so I made sure I didn't hurt myself. But yeah, you don't want to hurt yourself at the end of the day. So if your body's telling you to stop and you're really pushing it and you're feeling it, something bad may happen. Either push till you get injured, which I don't recommend, or take a break like I did that day, where I did some at the beginning of the day where I typically do all of them. I stopped, I did ice stretching and kind of just letting it rest a little bit, and then did the rest throughout the night. And the next day, just continuously stretching. I saw the importance of stretching and moving it, and ice when it was hurting a bit. But I got out of that, and if you can do 10 pull-ups right now, you can probably do 100 throughout the day. And the hardest part about it, I would say, is the consistency. Not necessarily the pull-ups themselves, but keeping up with 100 a day, especially when traveling. I only left for 1 week the month of this challenge, but during that time, the gym is like 15-minute drive away. Here, I have a gym in my apartment building and a gym down the street that I go to, so it's pretty easy access 24/7 to go and do pull-ups. So when I was out of town, I was having to use a bar that goes in the door frame, and then I would do some when I was actually at the gym every day. So most habits and challenges that I do typically turn into some way of becoming my lifestyle if they are a healthy habit that I want to continue. But as far as 100 pull-ups a day, this is not something that I'm continuing, and I don't know if I will do it again. Maybe someday I'll do this again, but right now, I'll do some pull-ups here and there. I do them when I, do my back days, but that's the challenge. If you do it, let me know. Leave a comment on how it goes. Send me a message on Instagram at Tanner Planis, or just do it. The only person you should be doing these things for is for yourself. So I kind of did this for a YouTube video, but also the idea came from my current fitness journey that I'm in and transforming my body. But that's it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I really appreciate you watching this video. I'll see you in the next challenge video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a big like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.